I'd like to thank one of my subscribers, JG. Actually, I was looking at this story last night. NBC News, October 20th, 2018. Measles outbreak raging in Europe could be brought to US, doctors warn. You know, just when you thought a lot of these old diseases were eradicated, it really wasn't. But you know what? They don't eradicate nothing. It always crops up sooner or later. A raging measles outbreak in Europe may be a warning sign of what could occur in the US if something doesn't change soon, experts say. So far this year, there have been 41,000 cases in Europe and 40 deaths, according to the World Health Organization. The European experience may offer a window on how quickly things can go awry when parents choose not to vaccinate their children, doctors caution. Because measles is relatively rare in the US, many Americans have no idea of the disease's frightening impact and its stunning contagiousness. Many forget that measles isn't just a childhood disease. Silvia Rossetti, who lives in Rome, still has nightmares about contracting measles when she was 32 weeks pregnant in 2017. When Rossetti, now 41, was a child, measles vaccines were not required, and she didn't think about the risk of exposure when she first became pregnant. She was healthy and ecstatic at the thought of having her first child, but then she caught measles and the symptoms came on in a rush: fever, coughing, and congestion so bad that she couldn't barely breathe. The situation got worse and worse, so they decided to do a C-section, Rossetti said. I went into quarantine for 5 days. I couldn't see my baby. Her newborn son, Nathan, was also quarantined until doctors determined he was not infected. Rossetti developed pneumonia as a complication of her measles and was so weak she couldn't stand up. And I had a rash even in my eyes, so I couldn't see anything, Rossetti told NBC News. Eventually, she did recover. Her baby, Nathan, now a year old. Okay. So all she's doing is just telling people to get vaccinated. Okay, so she's one of more than 2,000 people in Italy who have been diagnosed with measles already this year. We have a very serious situation. Okay, so it's just their doctor talking. People are dying from measles. This is unbelievable. 5 or 10 years ago, even in England, which has been declared free of measles by the World Health Organization a year ago, cases are surging. The reason experts say is that in Europe, many parents have opted to skip vaccinating their children. It's the main factor leading to the outbreaks. All right. It's unacceptable to have in the 21st century diseases that should have been or could have been eradicated. At least 95% of the population must have received at least 2 doses of measles vaccine to prevent outbreaks. WHO says some parts of Europe are below 70%. So over in Europe, they have not been getting their measles vaccine. So that's, they're pretty much blaming it on that. But like I said before, these diseases are not really truly eradicated. Okay, they still crop up. I've even heard the mumps. In fact, I did a story on, I think it was a college, where mumps were breaking out. So they don't completely disappear. So they're saying the measles vaccine has been available in the US since 1963 and is commonly administered to children. All right. And the disease, the vaccines for mumps and rubella and measles, the effectiveness of the vaccine led federal officials to declare measles eradicated in the US back in 2000. Before the vaccine, there were 3 million to 4 million cases annually, according to the Center for Disease Control. Okay, so all they're doing is pushing the vaccine in this article. And what I will do, I will leave the link to this article in the description box. But as you can see, measles is pretty rampant across Europe. 41,000 people. Wow. I mean, that's hard to believe in 2018 to hear that many people with measles. But please tell me what you think about this going on over in Europe. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.